Brest maintains he's not getting enough to eat. Now, what have you to say to that?
Your last housekeeper spent £40 a month on meat alone for this household. That much money would keep a company of soldiers on meat. £40 on meat alone.
Well, was it that much? I had no idea.
Every penny of it.
And how much was it this month, man?
£10
Well, great God, but you're a pure magician entirely. And the food was never better. At least my food was never better. And did you put down on the other items, man?
I did indeed, Canon. The grocery bill is cut by half.
Well, great God, but you're a genius entirely, so yeah. Still, we have this problem about Father Brest.
God save us, Canon. It's wrong to give young priests too much to eat.
And why would you say that, man?
Because they get notions, Canon.
Notions?
Over in Scotland a few years ago, a young priest rose up one morning without his collar and made off with a half-naked lady acrobat.
What a whole that with you?
A lady acrobat, Canon. 'Twas in the papers, Canon. Beef and steak that was half raw was the cause of it. That's what Monsignor McMerrigan's doctor told us, and he knew to cure it. Now, if it was plain bread and butter and gravy he was getting, he'd be too weak to get rid of it.
Well, I dare say there's something in what you say, man.
In the name of God, Kenan, will you look at the red necks of the two cubes? And the fine, healthy colour of them. So they're more like rugby players than priests.
They're young now and they're active.
Isn't that what I'm at?
Oh.
2 strapping books. And have the God to look for more food. Sure, if they eat any more, they'll go out of their minds altogether. If you feed them like gamecocks, they'll strut like gamecocks, and they'll crow like gamecocks. You'd swear there were 2 bullocks that had to be got ready for the day.
And do you think they're getting enough to eat, man?
Are they priests or are they gluttons? Or is their bullets their only concern? Would you hear the Pope asking for lamb cutlets? When Cardinal Mansuki from Parish came to visit the Monsignor a few years ago, did he look for lamb cutlets? He did not indeed. A plate of giblet soup and a crust of bread was all the poor man had, and he ate Cardinal. Yes, we have 2 pampered bucks of curates with the fat dancing them like silk. And they're looking for lamb cutlets. Begrudging their own Canon the Bishy to be eaten. What worries have the 2 of them beyond the filling of their stomachs? Have they to think about the education of children, or the building of schools, or is their goods their only concern?
I can't see you, man. In all truth, I can't see you.
And will you tell me another thing, Canon?
I will if I can.
The church. There's 3 holes in the roof, and the windows are rotten. Are the people of this parish to be exposed to cold and wind and draught because Father Brest don't like bingo?
The people of this parish come before all else, man. Before you, before me, and before everybody.
Would you like to see the old people catch their death with pneumonia when they kneel down to say their prayers? Is that what you want, Kenneth? Would you like to see the feeble and delicate to be bent over with pain, and them with weak joints to be crippled? Is that what you want?
'Tis not what I want, Mark.
And will you tell me why, Canon? Will you tell me why?
Because Father Brest doesn't like bingo.
And does he like bridge?
By all accounts, he's a damn good hand at it.
And golf, Canon, don't he play golf?
Yes, he plays golf. In fact, he has won a few tournaments.
So it's all right for Father Brest and his equals to play bridge and golf. But it's not all right for the poor people of this parish to play an innocent game of bingo.
And you're talking more about the food.
Indeed I had.
Well?
We're putting a new roof in the church.
What's that got to do with it? Where are you going to get the money?
You're going to get it, Father Brest. You're in charge of bingo.
Oh, just waiting for something to go off in a week to Ireland to kill me home. This week of this
I'm going to close this door. You might be hurt, you know. I'm jaded after that walk. Do you realise we've been walking for over 4 miles?
I do, and as far as I'm concerned, 1,000 miles would be far enough to ensure privacy from that one. You must realise by now, Joe, that she listens in on our conversations. I can't even make a telephone call. In fact, I might well ring my mother now when she isn't here. I was ringing the poor woman the other night, and in the middle of the conversation, I sensed there was somebody in the vicinity. Oh, engaged.
And was she there?
She was standing behind the door of this very room, still as a statue, hardly breathing at all. What are you doing there?
Don't wear a mock.
Doing there, hiding behind that curtain?
Cobwebs. I'm hunting cobwebs. The presbytery is draped with them.
Do you realise I was making a phone call to my mother? You were eavesdropping again. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, I must go to the chemist tomorrow.
Chemist? For what?
To buy a pound of cotton wool to keep me ears stuffed.
Sarcasm.
Oh, the height of it.
Sam.
I want to make a phone call to my mother. I want you to leave this room.
I'll go when the cobwebs are clear.
You'll go now.
I was here before you.
If you don't leave this room instantly, I will remove you forcibly.
Keep your temper, Phil. Semper Fidelis. No violence.
I'll go and I'll say a rosary for the holy souls. But remember one thing.
What's that?
That a call to your mother is not church business.
Meaning what?
Meaning that you leave the money for the call beside the phone.
Well, mother love is a wonderful thing, but it will cost you money from now on.
May God forgive me, but I cannot bear that woman.
We are
Get me
supposed to
motivation,
show
aren't I?
meekness and sufferance in the face of adversity. Our first function is forbearance.
I tell you one thing, it's going to be me or she, but my God, it's not going to be me. No, miss, not you, not you. All right, call back.
What was it you were going to tell me?
I wrote to Monsignor McMurray.
You never.
I also wrote to 2 of his curates.
I thought there were 3.
There was, but one died shortly after Moll left.
From what?
From a mixture of malnutrition, and pernicious anemia.
What's the last one?
It's what you and I will die from, if we don't get hurt first.
That sounds great. Did you get any replies to the letter?
I sure did. Just wait until you see. This first one here, it's from Monsignor McMurray.
Oh, wouldn't I know?
Go on, read it.
Dear Father Brest, in reply to your letter, let me begin by saying that you have an irrational impertinence which will land you in hot water someday. So you want further information about Moll Kettle. If you must know, she was a great woman entirely. She ran the presbytery on a pittance, and if there was more like her, there would not be half the trouble in the church today. You are an impatient and an ungodly fellow to want to belittle this woman. Prayer is the last hope for you. Prayer and meditation. I need not add fasting, because I know Moll Kettle will see to that. Ha ha. May God succor your father and your many godless equals. The church is at a crossroads. Make sure you follow the right path. Yours and J.C. Monsignor Patrick McMurrigan.
Will you tell me one thing? How did an old bags like that ever become a Monsignor?
Probably fit for nothing else.
Here, the second one. Just waiting to hear this. Let me do the honour this time. This is from Father Paddy O'Shaughnessy, who was the senior curate in Moll's early time with McMurrigan. Dear Phil, good to hear from you. Saw where you won the West Mayo 4-ball. Congrats. About our friend, to whom I shall not refer to by name, as I would put nothing past her, not even the steaming open of this letter.
I don't doubt it one bit.
Quite. I am, as you know from our student days, a more than passable linguist. In point of fact, I now speak 4 languages fluently. I have a fair knowledge of 7 others, but in the entire 11, there is no word or group of words to describe the demon in your midst. In the early days of the human race, before language was needed, she would have been eliminated by what bookmakers refer to as tic-tac. My current choice of foods is grossly restricted from the beating she gave my stomach. You know me, Phil. We got on, you and I. But lest there be any doubt in your mind about her, remember Father Paul Mennick, our dear departed colleague.
Was that the third one?
Yes.
May he rest in peace.
If he could shed the boards and the brown cloth that bind him and rise from the grave, he would point a bony finger in the direction of a certain woman whose name is known to all of us. I conclude, yours fondly, Father Paddy O'Shaughnessy. There's a P.S. Either burden or ate this epistle.
Cogent.
Most cogent.
Tells its own tale.
Forcibly.
Indeed.
However, this last letter from the middle curate, as he styles himself, tells all succinctly and savagely. Here, you read it.
Dear Father Brest, I am only the middle curate. You should not involve me. I am neither craven nor cowardly, but remember that she who is your housekeeper today could be mine tomorrow. For this reason, I'm afraid to say more, but I'll put it this way. If I were sending a telegram, it would say, abandoned ship. Sincerely yours, Robert Connors, C.C.
Paints a strange picture, doesn't it?
Weird. What are we going to do?
There's only one thing we can do.
What's that?
The bishop.
You mean a visit?
No, I think a confidential letter would do. And it'll have to be a joint letter.
Oh, count me out, Phil.
No, you can't opt out. You must realise that she's been here for 4 months, and already I have conducted 50 sessions of bingo, each one lasting 4 hours.
Don't talk to me.
My current choice of foods is grossly restricted as well. I've become a martyr to malnutrition. I've lost 15 pounds in weight. It'll have to be a letter, and a joint letter.
Count me out, definitely.
You can't opt out. We have to make a stand.
It won't work.
Why not?
Because once you've written one letter to the bishop, you can never do so again. Suppose we write to him and tell him the truth about them all. We're forever after going to be 2 curates who complained about the food. If sometime in the future we have another complaint to make, either one of us, he'll remember the first time and he'll say, this is one of the 2 who complained before. Don't you get it?
No, I don't get it, because we do have a genuine grouse.
Do we? There's plenty of bread and butter, there's milk and potatoes. No shortage of the essentials, if you know what I mean. If the bishop investigates, he's not going to do so without informing the canon. And informing the canon, as you and I know, is the same as informing Moll. She'll be ready for the bishop. Is it a woman who fobbed off Cardinal Mansuki with watery giblet soup?
You won't sign then?
No. If things get worse, I'll reconsider. Honestly, Finn, you may have lost a bit of weight, but you were overeating. You never looked as fit. Your belly's gone. You're not flabby anymore.
I'm living off my fat, I tell you. And when that goes, it's only a matter of time until the major collapse.
Where are you, Father Brest?
What's that?
Sounds like the banshee to me.
It's worse. Goodbye, some more Kettle. Hey, the letters. Get rid of them. Quick, push it on.
I'll burn them, I'll burn them.
Where are you?
There's no banshee here equal.
Father Brest! Father Brest! Father Brest! Oh, dear me.
What's the matter now? Can we not come back from a walk without being tailed?
The matter is, there's a sick call and there's no priest to take it.
What's wrong with the canon? He's also a priest, you know. He was ordained the same as Father Loran and myself.
The canon went to bed an hour ago with a cold in his head. And I'm not going to send him traipsing into the countryside, not knowing that he'll catch his death with pneumonia.
Oh, where is this sick call?
Hurry on, the man is waiting at the presbyter's door.
There's no...
Hurry on, before some poor soul faces his maker without a priest.
There's no peace to be had anymore.
Would it be nice now if the bishop heard there was no priest to take a sick call? Supposing I didn't bother searching. It's not my duty, you know, to locate missing curates.
That's enough now, thank you. Enough. Go out of you, thanks.
Well, if you were supposed to be on duty...
We weren't away that long.
What's the bonfire for?
Oh, just some waste paper, mister.
I don't see it's any of your business.
Waste paper that had to be burned. That must have been the hot paper.
Well, if it wasn't hot before, it's hot now.
Hurry on. Hurry on. And don't forget the tune you're on for bingo tonight in the parish hall.
Ha. Tonight is Wednesday. There's no bingo.
There's a special session tonight for the church holiday.
But I was playing golf with the doctor.
And I was playing records to the Reverend Mother.
Well, the doctor can go and play golf with the Reverend Mother. But tonight, we're playing bingo. Cheers!